Well, hello there, Virgo. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about what is going on for August. We're going to do the full overview, so we'll have 4 weeks and 4 columns. We're going to do the full overview here, and then we'll have 3 rows as per usual, so that we can see where we are, what's blocking us, and what our solution is for each week. And then we'll go in depth on the very first week at the end. All right? So, with that being said, I have a couple of messages for you from my better angels. And one of them is that we need to remember to feel our feelings this month. So it's an emotional month. We're going to get into it. We're going to feel it. We're going to need to work those things through. It doesn't mean we have to do it in front of everybody. It doesn't mean we have to do it with everybody. We can do it somewhat privately when we need to, okay? It's just important that we do feel it. So don't forget, you can journal out some of your feelings, you can go break plates, you can do whatever it is you need to do to let all the good, the bad, and the ugly out, so that when we're done, we don't have anything in us causing us some dis-ease, okay? Because that's the overall concept, is that if we bottle it all up, it will become a dis-ease in our body, and we don't want to have a dis-ease there, okay? So that's good news. The next thing we need to talk about is how we're all going to need to be prepared, okay? That means a specialized go bag. We're all going to be Mary Poppins. We're all going to be MacGyver, okay? Get that pocket knife, get that extra bottle of water, a few rubber bands, and a lot of duct tape and all that good stuff. You want to put them all in a bag if you want to be the MacGyver type. If you're out hiking, you want to make sure you bring ankle support strippy stuff. You want to make sure you have a couple of scrapes and like some Neosporin and Band-Aids. You want to have, you know, all kinds of good stuff. Granola bars and water and all the stuff, so that you are better prepared than most. And people will look at you like you're a little bit nuts, and then you'll run into people who are dehydrated and hungry and can't find their way out, or somebody fell and they got an owie, and you're like, here's a Band-Aid, I got you. And everything is cool, and you were like, look at me, I got what I need, I'm good. And you are. God bless you. Yes, that comes out of me sometimes, and it's not necessarily, I should preface that by saying that I am not a religious person, but sometimes when I'm talking about all that is, power that is what it is, I call it by a name that everybody uses, and it's easier than calling him Fred. So yes, indeed, I sometimes refer to him as God. So there you go. And there you got it. So don't be alarmed. I'm saying that whatever the power is that's watching over us is blessed you. So you are in a good space, and you're in a good place, and I love you all. Thank you so much for being okay with that. I apologize for the burst. Not everybody can get down with all that. So here we go. Let's talk about the beautiful candle. Because I'm in Washington, I had to go and buy a new candle, right? So I'm not in the trailer today. So I'm out in Washington in a new Airbnb, which is cool. And I have this really cool candle. I got it at a store, and it's called a San Benito. Ta-da! He's pretty cool, and he comes with a prayer written on him. So I'm going to read you the prayer, all right? Let's look at the prayer. It's all about protection. Saint Benedict Abbot, I ask you to intercede before the Lord to keep bad people and neighbors from my life and my home. I want to live in harmony and secure serenity. Help me to be tolerant and compassionate. Grant my heart the strength and patience to forgive. Protect my home and my family from all evil and danger. May your blessings and grace be with us always. Thank you for your protection and unconditional love. Ta-da! That's what he's all about. So I'm going to go ahead and light that candle now that we have that protection in place. Huzzah, right? This candle is super fun because they put glitter in there. I love it. It's a little sparkle. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. So we'll put that right there. San Benito will keep an eye on us all this time, okay? So, I have new decks, so that's going to be super cool. I can't wait to introduce you to some of the new decks. You know how I do, all right? So let's look at what we got. Aha! So, first, our guiding card for the month is going to come from a new deck. It's called the Tarot of the Abyss. All right, so this is a nifty little black and white, really nice artwork deck. I think you're really gonna like it. All of these cards are pre-programmed for you, Virgo. So let's go ahead and pull a card for you. All right. And the lighting is acting a little funny, I'm not gonna lie. So sometimes the lamp is happening, sometimes the sun is bursting out on a wall over here or over there, or just the way the light is bouncing in a different direction is getting things kind of interesting. So please bear with me. Our guiding card for the month, oh, the Emperor. Very nice. Virgo, you are creating brilliant and solid foundations for yourself right now. Whether it's at home or at work, you are really nesting. You are creating space for yourself, physical space, where you feel comfortable. This could be in any way, shape, or form, whatever you're doing, whether it's out in the yard, in your house, in your room, whatever. You're taking good care of yourself, and I love this. The more we nest, the more we make ourselves physically comfortable, the more proactive and productive we can be. So very good for you. Excellent. Well done. Putting down a solid foundation. You've got no wheels under your feet right now, and that's kind of fun. All right. The next new deck we're going to talk about is the Witch's Tarot. Now, I want to talk to you about this wonderful deck. It is a deck that does embody the light. I will tell you this because it has a pentagram upon it. Yes, it is a witch's symbol. Yes, and when the pentagram has the point facing up, which is the direction of all the cards, if you were to turn them all over, they would be face up. The pentagram, when facing up, is always in the positive, okay? So it's got positive energy into it, and it's always working in the right direction, okay? This is not to acknowledge that there is a time when there are decks that are faced this way, and there is darkness out there. I want to be very clear with everybody that I know that there is darkness out there. I am not unclear about that. It is something I choose not to work with personally. It doesn't work for me. I don't enjoy the experience of discussing or being a part of the darkness per se, but I do acknowledge that it exists, okay? So there are those who will foster and encourage and get excited about that stuff. I'm not that person. So if you want to hang in the darkness and you want to learn about the darkness, you might have to find a different teacher, okay? But be aware that I'm going to hang in the light and we're going to keep these cards upright. So just be aware, I am aware, and that you're aware. I don't have my head in the sand. I know there's darkness, okay? I just don't want to go there. And it's not useful to me, and I don't think it's useful in our day-to-day life. We see enough of it on a day-to-day basis that we don't need to encourage it in our spiritual lives, okay? So let's go ahead and spread these out and get a mystery card. This is a card that we will save until the end of the reading, and we will go ahead and pull it out and read it at the end, and it will help clarify something for us, okay? Mind you, this is just a tarot deck, right? This is the same old 78 cards we use on and all the other decks, and just different artwork. So relax, breathe. It's the back of the deck that's most exciting, most alarming. So we'll just let it be what it is, okay? So cool. Here we are. Ta-da. We have this. Oh, and I have my little friend. My little friend is back. Ta-da. My little wooden turtle. So my little wooden turtle disappeared last month. He wasn't around. And when he came back, he said, "Hey, I need a name. Could you name me?" And I said, "Well, sure, of course, absolutely. And if I'm enlisting you all. I want your help. I want you to help me name my turtle. All right?" He doesn't have a name, and he isn't gender specific, so please be aware. He's just a turtle. And yet he hangs out with baby Einstein, which is super cool. And I would love for you to help me name my turtle. So if you have an idea about what you would like to name the turtle, put it in the comments below, and I will collect these names over the month of August, and we will post them in September and see what names from the list get the most votes. And then we will use that name and announce it in October when he has an official name. All right, so you have a good window to put up your own names that you choose, and you have a good window for voting, and then presto, we'll be moving on forward. All right? Very cool. Exciting. I'm excited to have you all help me name my turtle. Ta-da! Very good. Okay, so now then, let's use this Tempest deck, which is my super special pirate deck. I think it's super great. It's all been pre-programmed for you, and we're laying them out. The 4 rows for the 4 weeks, and we got first row is always where you're at. Second row is going to be what's blocking you, and the third row is going to be your solution. Very cool. Now we'll set these cards all aside, and let's talk about what's going on. All right, Virgo, what do we got? So, August 3rd through the 9th, this is the first week of the month. We're going to go ahead and talk about that, and then we're going to come back to it at the end. All right, we'll go in depth. So let's see what's happening right now. The 10 of Pentacles. So you have a lot of money stuff going on right now, this particular week. You're paying attention to your finances. Your money is working itself out. It's doing all kinds of interesting things. You are in a position right now where you are taking good care of your money, and your money is calling to you and saying, hey, come on out and play. We got to do some stuff. So you might have to rearrange some things. It might be some inheritance you have that you need to rearrange some stuff just to make sure that your money is working as hard as you are and that, you know, you're getting where you need to go. Okay? So pay attention to your finances and make sure that your generational wealth is safe, sound, and working. All right? Very cool. Love that. This card here is the 6 of Pentacles, and it's about you. It's an area in your life where you're blocked, so you're not in a position to do a lot of charity work or handing out of money right now. This isn't where you're at. This is not something you can do right now, so you're going to have to hold back from giving a lot. If you want to take things out of your garage or your closet and give those away, knock yourself out. But don't do anything financial where you're opening up your wallet and stuff, because it's just not going to work out for you, okay? That is good news. Now, your solution is the King of Cups. There's an emotional-based male energy person who's going to be hanging out with you at this time. You might be able to bounce some information about the money off them and kind of get a little insight. Remember that your emotions are high, so he'll be someone you can talk to about your emotions. Maybe you have some emotions tied up with your money, and that's okay. It's normal. A lot of us have a lot of fiery energy surrounding that money stuff. So just be aware that whatever you're feeling, you can talk it through with this particular King of Cups. He speaks from his feelings already, so he will be, but if you're coming out hot and hard, they may not respond well because they are emotionally based. They might take it on as like, right? Don't scream at me. So verbally ventilate elsewhere and then come back with some real answers for this person. But they will be they might also bring some drama. There might be somebody who thinks, oh, where's mine? Where's mine? Right? With the hand out. So pay attention, figure it out. You'll be okay. This card here is talking about the 10th through the 16th of August, and you have all the tools at your disposal to make anything happen you want to. So whatever you've decided that you want to do, you can do it. You are having this is amazing. So many options and possibilities lay before you, and you're in a very good space, okay? Keep on trucking right there, and this is good news. I like that you're going to physically be able to make things happen for yourself. Whatever you want to do there, you can make it happen. Not feeling 100% in charge of a situation, so that's interesting. Do be aware that if you're not feeling in charge of it, the truth is you kind of are. But you have to sort of look at it from a different perspective and realize that, yeah, you are blocked right now from being in charge. So I think you'll be able to say yes or no, but at the same time, you won't be able to be out there finger pointing and making things happen. So just be aware of that. This card here is talking about how staying in your faith and creating a space for yourself where you can express your faith is going to be important for you at this time. Your solution is to truly, I mean, what's interesting is there's a map right here with all the tools on it, right? And here you are working on the map with the tools on it, which is cool. And I want you to definitely understand that you're creating a space for yourself where you can be your spiritual honesty, bring out your spiritual honesty, whatever that means to you. I'm not here to tell you what to believe or how to believe, but I want you to express yourself in a spiritual way, also in a physical way. So whatever that means to you, you do you, but it will be the solution to you getting back to your faith and back to feeling like you're in control of a situation. Okay? Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Okay. Next week over, we're looking at the 17th through the 23rd. Yes, indeedy. Once you're back in faith, there's new responsibility. You're in charge. What? Yes. Somebody decided yes. They wanted to put you in charge after all. Ta-da. So now you don't have to fight about it. They're just saying, here, you do it. Like, okay, here we go. But you kind of were plotting and planning it and working with the big guy. Whatever your faith was, you put all your faith in one basket, saying, you're going to let him put me in. I'm going to get in charge. I'm going to be the one in charge. Sure enough, it got unblocked. And now you're in charge. Nice. Well done. Okay, you're manifesting whatever you want. Now, the Queen of Cups, an emotionally based lady, is going to be playing a part for you in this week of the 17th through the 23rd. She's going to bring some drama. She's going to get in the way. She's going to slow things down. But wait, what about me? Don't you want to talk to me? What about me? So yeah, she's got a lot of that going on, and it's going to be a lot of drama. So you can delegate it, you can deal with it, you can give it boundaries and say, I have 15 minutes for you right now, and after that 15 minutes, we'll talk in a week, or something like that. But make sure that you clarify for them that they're not the ones in charge, and you clarify for them where they can be. Give them good boundaries, all right? Because they could block you all day long. And we're not doing that, okay? Now the star here is a wonderful solution card. It's talking about how truly, once you're put in charge, you're going to do a couple of days of this, that, and the other thing, and all the hard work is going to be done. You're going to be in a really nice place to sit back and watch it grow, okay? And I love that. Because you put in the blood, sweat, and tears. It does not mean you want to get the because it's going to ruin your peace. It's going to ruin your calm. It's going to ruin the reward for you having done all that work to begin with. So keep this thing contained, okay? Just keep her contained, because she will suck the life out of your joy, and we don't want that, because you have some joy right here. This is some joy, all right? Let's talk about the 24th of August through 30th, all right? The Fool is here. You are absolutely jumping into something spontaneously. You have a new opportunity presenting yourself to you. I think it has everything to do with the fact that you created the situation and you automated it almost instantly. La, la, la. Very nice. You were so quick in how you handled it because your way was the right way to begin with. It was like a no-brainer for you. You handled it. Boom, boom, boom. And it was beautiful. Now, you have a new opportunity, and you're going to jump right into it. You're going to be spontaneous. You're going to do everything you want right away stat. Okay? Super cool. Love that. Now then, what's blocked? Ha! Can't even sabotage yourself right now. Sabotage is blocked. You can't do it. You can't ruin your good time right now. You're just having an excellent time. Getting ready to start stuff? Can't ruin it. Bring your go bag. Just saying. Bring that go bag right here, for sure. And the Queen of Pentacles is here saying, hi, I'm all about the money and I like to keep things on the down low financially. So why don't we work together and do this thing on the cheap side a little bit, but make sure that it all comes out really, really great, okay? So whoever she is, she's going to be all about the money. She's going to want to talk about keeping things financially less than super expensive, but at the same time, she's into it. She's ready to play. She wants to manifest some good things. She wants to create some good things, and she will, because she has bounty in her life. She has her own money, and she's ready and excited to play, all right? So she might be a partner in this process that you're jumping into. She might be a boss about something that you're jumping into, or she just might be somebody who wants to run alongside you while you do your thing, okay? So you may even slow your pace to let her catch up, or vice versa. You speed up to catch up to her, all right? So that's pretty fun. I'm sure more is going to be revealed about what's going on there. But we're going to go ahead and save these cards off to one side so we can make space and be better prepared for what's going on this particular week. So the 3rd through the 9th, what is going on over here? Let's talk about it. Okay, we have this beautiful magical Nordic tarot. It's returned. It has been here before and it's back. Remember, it has a couple of extra cards in it that aren't part of the traditional tarot, but the artist decided to include them because they thought, hey, these are important things that I would like to include, so they did. And presto changeo, some of them show up sometimes, and we get to talk about them sometimes. So yes, here we are. We're going to talk now about an in-depth reading for the 3rd through the 9th of August. 10 of Pentacles. You have family money on your mind. Money is happening. You're taking good care of it. You're watching it grow. You're making sure it's doing its thing properly. We like that. Charity is showing up here. Interesting, because we have charity and generosity showing up as, hey, what if? Wouldn't you like to? And wouldn't it be an opportunity? And of course, you're blocked. Technically, the 6 of Pentacles is here saying you really shouldn't. You really should not be making any, you're blocked from making any major donations. Maybe your money is working really, really hard, and that's maybe a really, really good thing. Everything's tied up. You have this gentleman who's all about the money, who's coming around. He likes a good deal himself, and he likes to gloat about what he's doing with his money. And I think that's part of what he's doing now, is gloating about what he's doing with his money and how he's doing stuff with charities and da-da-da-da-da. And it makes us feel like we're missing out, or we're doing it wrong, or we're naysaying ourselves right now because we don't feel like we're measuring up. We almost feel guilty if we keep all our money. That's a lot, okay? I want you to go around and figure out a way to feel your feelings about that. Before you make any major moves, I want you to look at what you're feeling. Look at the feelings behind all of this. And is he just making you feel like you're a clod for keeping your money? You worked really, really hard for it, and you may not have as much as he does. If he has FU money, you know what I mean? Maybe he won the lottery. Maybe he has like super monster accounts. Well, congratulations. He can spend his money willy-nilly and do what he wants. Congratulations. You're good. The rest of us, maybe we don't have FU money, and we have to be very careful. So we're in that place going, well, this is me when I'm 90, and this chunk of dough is me when I'm 91, and this chunk of dough is going to be 92. And of course, the amounts go up based on your age, because you're going to need a little extra, this and that. Maybe you're going to need help at that point. So you're going to have to be aware and capable of taking good care of that part of yourself, okay? So that's going to be important, and I know it's going to be a lot, okay? So breathe and understand what that means for you. This might be somebody that you're like aspiring to be like, because they have so much money of their own that they can do charity work, and you're like, oh my God, I want to be like that one day. Don't we all? That would be awesome, of course. And then of course we watch the universe and we go, wait a minute, they all have more money than God, and they do some work, but they sure do keep a whole handle on a whole lot of that. That is going to buy an awful lot of depends, man. So some folks who have an awful lot, they still hang on to it pretty tight, don't they? Yes. So what we need to do is make sure that we are covered and taken care of, and that we are good. Okay, so carefully and gently be good with yourself, and know that where you're blocked, you're not in a position to give money. Okay, I'm just going to say it as plainly as simple. You're not in a position to give money. Okay, go easy on yourself. You're having a hard time remembering lessons from the past. You're having a hard time remembering how you've put in before and had nothing come out, and how you don't want to live on tuna and top ramen when you're old, do you? No. So you're definitely going to need to pull back, but you're having a hard time remembering the bad times. You're living pretty good right now, and you're feeling it pretty good right now. But I want you to know that when you're living good, it doesn't mean you want to be in a position where you can't remember this right now, and it's a real problem, okay? So because of this charity and this vision of beauty and wonder, it's hard for you to see that you're not in a position, and you're not in control sometimes. So I feel like somebody should take your wallet away from you right now. Take away your checkbook. It's okay to not do, okay? It's okay to not, to observe and appreciate what somebody else is doing and be like, yeah, wow, congratulations, that's awesome. I'm so glad you're doing this great charity work. That's awesome. I mean, can I come and tend to the lawn or something? Can I be of service in a physical way without having to give you my money? Because I can't give you my money right now. My money is all tied up. It's working really hard. I don't want to undo it, and I shouldn't undo it. You shouldn't undo it. Don't undo it. Lessons from the past, you've undone it and been hurt in the end, and you're just barely getting yourself back on track. For goodness sakes, don't get on track. Okay, Virgo? Please hold yourself still. Don't pull yourself off track for anything else, okay? Now the King of Cups is here. And the King of Cups is our solution. He is the emotional-based male energy person who's going to say, hey, check it out. You don't got to help. You don't got to be the helper. In this situation, you can be the observer and the clappy person, the one who says, yay, huzzah. Be the one who showers them with confetti. Do the thing where you acknowledge their awesomeness. Maybe they just need to be acknowledged. Great. We can acknowledge you to death. But we do not need to be putting in ourselves, because we're going to ruin ourselves if we do that, okay? So this is all going to happen rather quickly, which is good news, because the sooner you get back on track, the better. And remember, somebody else will remind you, I think, that you can't really do that, okay? So it's all happening very quickly. This is going to be a quick experience, and you're going to find out that the best way you can do it is to use your power to help other people, okay? So use your power to help other people, not your money. This is great news. I love this. So with all that's happening here, we come back to the simple truth. Use your power to help other people. Six of Swords. You can use your knowledge, your understanding, your capacities to help other people. Print out a packet here or a packet there, but you don't need to do any financial thing all by yourself. Nope, not going to do anything financial. Okay, cool. Now then, that being said, Virgo, let's go ahead and get you a Mystic Forest Oracle card. They tend to be quite straightforward, and I love that about them. What do we got? What do we have for Virgo? Oh, there it is. All right, so let's get these guys off and out of the way. What do we have? The beginning. There's still time to adjust or start over. Feel life flowing freely through your being. All your wishes can come true in the creative potential of a new beginning. Well, in the creative potential of a new beginning. All right, so yes, some things are absolutely like seeds. Lots of potential and ready to burst, and other things not so much. So for those of my people who are absolutely in the younger world, yeah, knock yourself out. You can work this out if you want to and be a part of the charity project and then rebuild your own darn self in the aftermath because you gave more than you actually could afford. Or you could just hold still and make your donation later on when you're richer. You are at the beginning. The beginning is where you are. You can be creative. You can make things happen. That's wonderful news. You just don't have any money to give anybody, okay? So just breathe and use your power, okay? Use your power to help. That's what you can do, okay? Cool. Now then, let's get that mystery card and see what's going on there. Oh, Three of Cups. Huzzah! There will be a celebration. There will be a celebration. That is wonderful news. Between you and your friends, you and your spouse, you and your partners, there's people coming together, and they're going to all come together and celebrate the fact that you are still awesome and you have so much to offer. huzzah. You'll also celebrate that person who's got all that dough. Congratulations to them, right? So it could be the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and yourself, right? Everybody's celebrating. Ta-da! And you're gonna do the help. Maybe this guy with all the money has the ability to pay for everything, but he doesn't know what to do with it. And so you're gonna help him with a new idea. Here, let me help you build a charity, bud. Wonderful. I can spend your money for you and make things better for the universe. Nice. Like that. So you do what you need to do. That's cool. And presto changeo, there will be a celebration of some sort, okay? Enjoy the celebration. You deserve it. You earned it. Very nice. You need a pocket full of rocks. Let's get after those. All right. All right, so we have 3 beautiful stones. Oh my goodness. All right, we have 2 third chakra stones, and we have an emerald. So we have yellow calcite, malachite, and emerald. Okay, so yellow calcite is all about your 3rd chakra, and it is the leaf blower. It removes and makes order and cleans up all of the things that are there that need to be removed because they are debris. And they're muddling up your emotions and feelings and memories, which is what lives in your 3rd chakra, as I was taught. So malachite is the deep, boring drill. Okay, so it's going to drill down into your 3rd chakra, and it's go down into your childhood, and it's going to dig around, and it's going to show you all the things that made you feel like you were less than, that you were unable, and how when you can't share, you're a bad person, blah, 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 a bunch of yucky stuff that's not true. Fact is, it's going to point out all the negative things that ever happened to you when you were a child with regard to charity. Maybe you were a recipient of charity, maybe you weren't. But the fact is, maybe you made fun of other kids who were the recipients of charity. Yeah, we got a lot of guilt and shame about ourselves, don't we? So we're going to pull all that crap up, and we're going to heal it up and say, wow, we were little, we didn't know any better. Nobody taught us at the time. We didn't have a lot of exposure because we were latchkey kids. So what we did was what we did, and we didn't know any better. So now we're older, and we're doing better, and now we can do better now. Ta-da! We're healing it up. Now that we've seen all that, we've exposed it to the light, we see it for what it is. It's just a bunch of crumpled leaves of stupidity and lack of knowledge. And we're healing it too. We're going to say, hey, this person deserves love. I deserve love. Even though I was that kid back then, I didn't know any better. Now I do, and I'm doing better, and I will find a way to help. Yes, you will. You will find a way to help, but I won't do anything that's going to ruin me for life. Now then, this guy here, with all that healing going on, it's going to be the blower, right? Or the vacuum cleaner. It's going to suck up all the negativity that's been, all the negative stuff, all the stuff that's covering your 3rd chakra and making it hard to bloom. So you'll suck up all that stuff, and the flowers will be revealed, okay? So you have a beautiful flower in your 3rd chakra that is waiting to be bloomed, and it can now that you've roto-rooted and sucked up all the negativity, okay? Now then, emerald here is all about your heart chakra, your 4th chakra, and indeed, this emerald is here to heal your heart. It is taking the things that are still sore in your heart, because we did all this, and all it did was reveal owies and scratches and bumps and bruises on your heart that have been covered by something else, okay? So when that something else came off, as we worked it through and healed it through, we've seen our sore and wounded heart. And now we're going to heal our heart. We're going to love ourselves. We're going to appreciate who we are and the fact that we survived this long. All of this stuff is relevant to who we are as a person. All of this is important to who we are as a person. So pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to the feelings and the love that are possible for you, and that you can love yourself right now. If you're single, great, love yourself. If you're not single, you can lean on your person a little bit. Go hold their hand for a minute, and don't even tell them why. Just say, I just want to hold your hand for now. And let that wash over you, and feel that comfort and knowledge that you're in a good spot now, okay? You're loved, and you're appreciated, and you have a lot to offer. So congratulations. Well done, Virgo. I'm going to put these rocks down right here. Okay. And you know, Virgo, you don't have to carry those rocks if you don't want to, but you can if you like. So if you would like to carry those rocks or anything else, comment below and let me know what you're carrying, because I love to hear about that stuff. Okay, and by all means, if you want to do something more and help out naming the turtle, indeed, name the turtle. The turtle needs a name. It's been here for all this time and has no name, and he took a month off and came back wanting a name. So here we are. We need to name the turtle. I want the turtle to get named. He doesn't have a gender either, so as you wish, do you. We'll vote on it. We'll collect the name possibilities this month in August. Then we will vote on them next month in September, and then they will be revealed in October. Huzzah! All right. So very exciting. I'm excited to have this little campaign going on to name the turtle. Ta-da! So that's really fun. Okay. Also, of course, if you're going to go down there into the description box, you might as well check out all the different decks that I've got going on, so then you can go on Etsy or Amazon and get them for yourself. But if you do want to come out to a fair and see me in person, well, you'll find my schedule down there too, where you can find out when and where I'll be. And come on out, have a turkey leg, get a reading. It's great. The other thing, of course, is that if you can't make it out to the fair, I'm still here for you, okay? During the week, I can do a phone reading with you and then send you a picture of your reading. That would be super fun, and I would have a lot of fun doing that. And there's a way of scheduling that on the link down below. All right. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to talk next week about the 10th through the 16th. All right, Virgo? Thanks so much for being here.